Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, and welcome to another random review. And today's random review is of Louis Malle's debut feature, Elevator to the Gallows, or, as when I was growing up, Lift to the Scaffold. This is the Criterion Collection Blu-ray edition. Spine 335. In the UK there has been a Blu-ray edition of this on pre-order for probably about a year, and now the release date is 2020, so I just decided to go ahead and get the Criterion Collection edition, and it's a lovely print, and it has lots of interviews with Louis Malle, Jean Moreau, Maurice Ronet. There's a nice booklet which has the usual Criterion essays, which is well worth checking out. Anyway, this is Louis Malle's debut film. He was 24 when he directed it, which is quite amazing because it's such a polished piece of work. This is kind of one of the new wave for the Nouvelle Vague. This was made in 1958, and it's the simple story of two lovers who want to get rid of a husband, Jean Moreau's husband. And it's quite a perverse little film in the sense that the two lovers never actually meet. They never are in the same scene together. They only converse through the telephone, or Jean Moreau has lots of internal dialogue, or an internal monologue rather than dialogue. It's a well put together film. It's got a great Miles Davis score. It's one of those films that's quintessentially French. And certainly if I ever get around to doing a top 10 French films, even though it's going to, let's be honest, it's going to be a top 20. It could end up being a top 25, top 30. This will certainly be in it. Like I said, it's quite an unusual film in the fact that the two lovers never meet. There's another young couple who get involved in it when they steal Maurice Ronet's car, and they do a crime themselves, so the police end up wanting Maurice Ronet for a crime he didn't actually commit. So you think that he's actually going to get away with the crime he did commit. It's got such a lovely kind of mechanism as to what his alibi is for the murder that they think he did. And the kind of end reveal is just fantastic. These kind of films, as far as kind of crime and really kind of noirish style, Louis Malle never really did any more of, which is a bit of a shame. But certainly as debuts go, this is just fantastic. It kind of opens with really tight close-ups of Jean Moreau and Maurice Ronet talking on the phone to each other, and then there's a huge big pullback of Maurice Ronet in the office building where he commits the crime, again in a very clever way, and the way he gets trapped is very clever as well. yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen it for a few years because, again, I kept waiting on the UK release of the Blu-ray, which, like I said, is now 2020, so much better just to get it in Criterion. And there's just so many wonderful shots of Jean Moreau talking to herself, wandering the streets of Paris at night in the early hours, trying to find Maurice Ronay. And she just gives a fantastic performance as a kind of haunted, confused woman. But then in the end, she is kind of resigned to her fate. So in that sense, it is a very noirish film. Obviously the new wave directors like Godard and Louis Malle and Truffaut were very much influenced by film noir, as obviously more explicitly Jean-Pierre Melville. And this is just a great example of the new wave's take on kind of twisty, turny noirs. The two young kids, the couple, they do kind of represent almost the new wave themselves, as far as being not interested in like drinking champagne and stuff like that, and are more worried about Indochina and the French's involvement in Algeria. Of course, Jean Moreau's husband is actually an arms dealer. Maurice Ronay is an ex-soldier. So there is that kind of underlying political thing to the film as well. But again, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's just one of those quintessentially French films that if you were kind of recommending films to somebody that hadn't really seen much French films or French directors' work, I think this would be one to show people. And it's just a great little film. So thank you very much for watching. This is just another quick random video of Elevator to the Gallows by Louis Malle, 1958. So thanks very much for watching. This is the Solitude Ronin saying, have a very good evening.